in the world does a bulimic, alcoholic woman end up publishing a book about style and manners?
You guys, I'm here with Laura Martella.
Author Laura Martella is here.
Meet Gentleman Norman and Laura Martella.
And become a leading clean food expert, teaching people to change their lives through the food they eat. My answer?
Still. You see me fly, you know they'll never catch me for it. See me fly, the way I put my finger on it. See me fly, you got it.
It's the power of God's grace.
Got the wrong guy.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and spending your valuable time with me. I'm Laura Martella, and this is a place where we can talk about all things health, hope, and gratitude. I hope you all had a great 4th of July. Can you believe we are now in the 7th month of the year? Time flies. What I want to focus on today with you is keep it simple. Keep it simple. And I will break it down for you on simple things for your health. I personally believe health, hope, and gratitude, they just all go together. They kind of dovetail one into the other. One of my favorite songs is by Ella Fitzgerald, and it's called Summertime. And one of the lines is, it's summertime and the living is easy. And if I had the most important thing to say to you is slow down. Slow down. So I am a clean food expert and an accountability coach, but one of the most important certifications that I have, one of the most important aspects of me as your clean food expert is I'm also a certified recovery coach. Being a certified recovery coach, in my opinion, is like being a life coach on steroids because I deal with addicts and alcoholics. So my way of living and my way of teaching or coaching or encouraging is coming from a place of encouragement. And I have not always been healthy. I am sober almost 24 years by the grace of God. And I'm in recovery from bulimia. So when I sit here and tell you all, slow down, keep it simple, these are actually my life tools, my recovery tools. And I have been able to live this way for a long time. My life actually depends on it. So I just wanted you to know that about me if you're new here. And if you want to hear the full story, episode 1 is a really great place to start to get to know me. But welcome, welcome. Okay, so keep it simple. What I mean by that is don't get confused or overwhelmed by all the information out there about getting healthy, about supplementing, about skincare routine and these 10 products and all these recipes. I feel like I love social media and it can be really good for us. However, some of the reels that I see on Instagram, they look beautiful. They're not practical. They're not relatable. They're not attainable. These are like highlight, staged, and produced reels by influencers. And my goal is not to be an influencer. My goal is to be an encourager. If I can change, you can change. I promise you. So here's how we're going to keep it simple. I'll first address food because I am a clean food expert, and I teach my clients how to eat clean. And my definition of clean is no man-made ingredients, period. And I eat this way because if I get artificial coloring or sweeteners or man-made seed oils, I get a 3-day migraine. So it's imperative for me to avoid these things at all costs. This is how I learned so much about industrialized man-made foods, okay? So food is medicine. Every bite you take is either feeding disease or fighting it. I promise you. I learned it the hard way. So for me, it's very important to avoid ultra-processed foods and fast foods. As Americans, we want everything fast, and now we can lose weight fast with a shot. And that is another podcast. But when I tell you slow down, I want you to think about the food you're putting in your body and the food you're feeding your family, and take your time. Okay. You have got to be first committed and believe me that food is that important. So what I want you to do is stock your kitchen with healthy, clean brands. You don't need a lot of brands if you eat the way I do, because it's really eating whole foods. So here is an example. Buy the best lean animal protein that you can. Keep extra virgin olive oil on hand at all times, and organic vegetables. And you roast clean animal protein. If you can Google, you can cook. Just Google roasted chicken breasts, and a bunch of recipes will come up that will tell you the temperature to roast it at. But the ingredients, all you need is olive oil, sea salt or Himalayan salt, pepper, lemon, and maybe some fresh herbs or not. And then you can also roast your vegetables in that manner, or you can saute vegetables, or you can steam vegetables. So this is what I mean, keep it simple. Okay, I know you may have families to feed and kids, and their taste buds are already hijacked by the food industry and all these sugary things. My way of eating is not complicated, but the food industry is. So if you can't get your family on board, you start with yourself, and you will be surprised the ripple effect in your friends and family if you just start eating simply. Now, let's talk about slowing down. You say, how do I slow down? I've got a kid that needs to be here, a kid that needs to be here, this and this. I know, it's hectic, and we take on too much. One of the things that we do need is more time. So something to think about. What is fulfilling for you? Start saying no to things you really don't want to do. Just say, I'm sorry, I have plans. That's it. And your plans may be to go food shopping and do some food prepping at home. your plans may be to do nothing, and doing nothing is very productive. So start thinking about how you spend your time and start saying no, thank you. We've all heard this saying, but I really, really want you to hear me. No is a complete sentence. We don't have to say why we are saying no. You can just say, no, thank you. I already have plans. And it's nobody's business if your plans are to get in the bubble bath or to take a walk or to do whatever, because I agree we all need more time. So we're going to have to create time by prioritizing food. All right, I hope I made my point about just simple, clean food. And by the way, simple, clean food is fast food. I'm going to just give you a few things I eat regularly. Eggs, I think they're one of the miracle foods. I scramble 3 eggs and I have prepackaged organic kale. I put some kale in there. I call it my kale scramble. That is a delicious protein-filled meal, okay? Shrimp are my fast food. I buy shrimp here at St. Simon's Seafood, and I saute them in olive oil, salt, pepper, and lemon. They're done. How fast is that? Sauteed spinach. It's fast food. Sometimes if I need like something sweet and salty, a rice cake with clean peanut butter drizzled in honey. You see what I'm saying? And the other thing, when you do take the time to roast your chicken breasts or grill some hamburgers or make salmon. Salmon is probably the only fish that's actually really good left over because it's actually good cold on a salad. But my point is, anytime you're making food, make enough for leftovers. Leftovers are your new fast food, okay? So I think I've made it kind of clear about clean food. If you're shopping, look at not the marketing buzzwords, but look at the ingredients. And if you cannot pronounce it, don't put it in your body. That's as simple as I can get for you. I'm going to take a quick break, and when we get back, I'm going to talk about some simple, low-cost ways to take care of yourself and enjoy your summer and yourself. Years into my sobriety, I thought I was living a very healthy lifestyle, exercising and eating right, yet I was suffering from debilitating migraines and severe bloating. Thank God that I went to a functional medicine doctor who treats the whole body. It turns out I'm highly allergic to preservatives and other additives. I'm going to help you with the information overload today with what to eat, what not to eat. I can help you decipher food labels, all these marketing buzzwords that get you to buy the product. There are no quick fixes, no teas, powders, or shakes. It's hard work, but it's doable. What I am offering to you is a way to eat real food, whole food. This is not meal plans. This is not a restrictive calorie counting diet. I want you to eat. I want you to eat the right things. This is about non-toxic, elevated eating. Food is medicine. Keep it simple. Just remember that. Keep it simple. Other things that you can do other than simple food is get out early in the morning, especially if you live in the South. We have got to get out early in the morning. It is so hot here. But new research shows that getting early morning sunlight actually helps you with sleep. So get outside early and take a walk and just breathe in the air. I made a video this week when I was walking on Sea Island, and I know not everyone lives on the coast of Georgia where you can see a lot of nature, but even in big cities, I lived in Beverly Hills and West Hollywood, there are some beautiful parks. So whether you need to sit on your balcony in your apartment or go to a local park, or people who live in cities love cities. Just get outside and get some sunlight. Another simple, inexpensive thing we all need is hydration. Water, water, water. And it does matter, I promise you. A lot of times we feel hungry when actually we're dehydrated. So I want you to make sure you keep water with you at all times. I had a doctor on the podcast a few weeks ago, and he talked about you want to actually have a little bit of sea salt and a slice of some kind of fruit in your water, because we need those minerals and we need the salt. The salt helps us hold on to the hydration, not Morton's iodized white salt. That is refined salt. That is man-made. That is not good for you. I'm not talking about all the salt that is hidden in our foods, the processed foods. I'm talking about beautiful little sprinkle of sea salt in your water and a slice of fruit. Drink lots of water. Another very important thing is, I touched on it with the early morning light, but walking 30 minutes a day is simple. All the health experts are saying what a difference just walking is. So get out and take a walk. If you can get a walk after dinner, it's ideal. It helps your digestion. It helps with so many aspects of your health. And if you can get your family to walk with you or your spouse to walk with you, this is great quality time together. Another very, very simple and important, so important, is exercise. So here's the thing with exercise. What you need to find something that you like, that you will stick to. And I've been on I'm 58. I kind of go through 10 years of things. I did 10 years of Pilates, loved it. Then I discovered the bar method, loved it. Then I started weight training. And I personally believe that as we age, muscle is so important. Muscle is going to protect our bones. It's going to keep us upright. It helps our immune system. Muscle, and as women, y'all, we are not going to get bulky unless you're actually working with a professional trainer that is bulking you up for a competition. So don't let the weightlifting thing deter you. You're not going to get bulky. You're going to get strong. You're going to feel empowered. But here's the thing. If you're not already into it, keep it simple. Start where you are with what you have. If you are on a budget and you don't have a gym membership, here's what I want you to do. Start doing push-ups. Push-ups. And if you're a woman, you probably can't do the men's push-ups in the beginning. No big deal. You know, you get on your knees and you push up. So just start doing 50 push-ups every day. You don't have to do them in a row. Just get your 50 push-ups in. And then I want you to get your 30-minute walk. And you commit to that for 30 days. And you know what's going to happen? You are going to feel better. You are going to notice how much easier it gets. And you are going to want a gym membership. I promise you, if you just start where you are with what you've got, it will lead you to the next step. So just trust me, trust me, trust me. And when you want a gym membership, you know what's going to happen? You're going to find a way to get a gym membership. You'll cut fast food, or you'll cut buying yourself new clothes and accessories just to make yourself feel better in the moment. Just start where you are with what you've got, okay? All right. Another big, simple thing. Sleep. Sleep. I have had sleep issues in the past, and I've always had a therapist. I think that's a sign of health. But when I was going through my sleep issues, my therapist said to me, sleep is up there with air and water, not even food. Sleep is above food, if you can believe that. And it's a form of torture. They torture prisoners of war by not letting them sleep. So we've got to commit to, it's a term now called sleep hygiene. And some of the suggestions, and I'm not about cookie cutter, I don't believe what works for me is going to work for you. Side note, that's why I don't have an online Get Healthy program, because I created my program for people like me who needed the accountability every single day, who needed someone personally. Okay, so the sleep hygiene, here are a few suggestions. You try and you see. But I would cut out caffeine after noon. I would get that morning sunlight. As I said, they're saying that morning sunlight actually helps the circadian rhythm within your body. I would recommend, and it's so hard, but try to turn off your phone and electronics, including the TV, about an hour before you go to bed. Start reading something. Part of my routine is I love my skincare. And my skincare is not complicated, y'all. I use Pond's cold cream. My grandmother and my mother used it. I remove my makeup with it. And then I have a cleanser. And then I have an eye cream and a moisturizer. And the simple act of getting ready for bed, it feels like self-care. It's a routine. Routine is so important for kids, for animals, and for adults. We like a routine. So my skincare routine and getting in my bed, my fluffy, beautiful bed, and having, getting my pajamas on and knowing that my kitchen is clear, my pillows in the living room are fluffed. Like I have a nighttime routine that's begins to wind me down for the day. And getting in my bed at night, moisturized, it's a great feeling. And let's not forget one of the most important things is God. Like, I get in my bed at night and I thank God for another sober day. I thank God for my bed. I thank God for my health. Like, getting in bed, just feeling tired, like a productive day. So I just start thanking God, and I fall asleep that way. So these are all simple, inexpensive ways that you can start to do some healthy things. And again, don't feel overwhelmed by social media and all these complicated things. This is what I do. This is what I think is practical and relatable, but you may come up with something else for you. But here's what I want you to think about. It's progress, not perfection. So you start doing these little simple things, and then you stack them. And then before you know it, you've got a healthy lifestyle going on. And y'all, we just do life one day at a time. And whatever happened yesterday or whatever happened this morning, that's gone. Just turn the page, move on. Something I learned in early sobriety that I practice every day is you can start your day over anytime you want to. And one more thing, and I'll leave you with this. It was very powerful for me when I first heard it. Even God cannot change the past, right? And God is pretty darn powerful. So whatever happened, whatever you ate yesterday, whatever you said, whatever you did or didn't do, it's over. Today is a new day. It's July 2024, and you deserve to be peaceful. You deserve to find joy in every day, and you deserve to be healthy. And only you can decline invitations you don't want to do. Only you can do these little things, and they work. Accountability. What is accountability? We hear that over and over. There are self-help books, there are shows, there's online programs. But at the end of the day, have they worked for you? I'm Laura Martella, and I am an accountability coach and a recovery coach. I've been through a lot in my life, as we all have. My journey is I'm 20 years sober, I'm in recovery from bulimia, and I learned a lot in these past 20 years. I understand all too well that feeling of overwhelm and not being able to get any traction, not being able to have one healthy day. I firmly believe if I can change, you can change. And I'm here to help. You don't need an addiction or a compulsive behavior to require a lifestyle change. I want to help you break the chains that you're living in, whether it's eating too much, drinking too much, whatever it is that you are doing that is self-destructive. I can help you break free. We're not talking about a quick fix. What I want to offer you is sustainable change. Let me assure you, you are worth it. If you're ready to take the first step, I look forward to our discovery call and changing your life together. Okay, so our slogan for the rest of the summertime, and the living is easy. Doesn't that even sound great? I hope and pray that you slow down and just give yourself some space. Take some big inhales and exhales. And I love the South so much. Like, let me just tell you this little thing that brings me joy. When I get out of bed in the mornings and I'm barefoot and I walk on my hardwood floors and my ceiling fans are going and I turn on my coffee, it's a great feeling. And so I want you to start noticing the moment that you're in and allow yourself the space to savor it. A lot of times on my social media, I'll say savor the moments. The moments add up to a life well lived. So just to recap, simple, easy things to do, clean food, simple recipes. Y'all, you don't need to go and buy all these cookbooks with all these ingredients because they're just going to overwhelm you. And you're going to say, oh, I don't have this ingredient or this ingredient. You don't need recipes to eat clean. Olive oil, salt and pepper, lemon, fresh herbs. If you can Google, you can cook. And then the other simple things, walking, morning sunlight, rest, sleep. Start thinking about your nighttime routine and savor it. And then hydration, water, 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 a little bit of sea salt, a slice of fruit. Drink a lot of it. All right, I hope this helped simplify what you're seeing everywhere and just simple, simple, simple. And I want to thank you again for tuning in. I would like to invite you to visit cleanfoodexpert.com. Sign up for my newsletter. You can follow me on Instagram at laura.martella and Laura Martella on Facebook. And my social media is always authentic. Everything I do here, I mean it, I feel it, I practice it. My goal is to encourage, not being an influencer, but be an encourager. And remember, if I can change, you can change. God bless.
You know they'll never catch me for it. See me fly the way